welcome to today's practice, all about balance. Yoga is a connection of body, mind, and spirit. So when we practice balance in the body, it can bring greater balance into the spirit, into your life. So these poses over time will help you build your body's balance, and I hope will help introduce greater balance into your life. So let's take a moment just to talk a little bit about balance by coming into what we call mountain pose. And I would ask that you have your sturdy chair or a wall handy, especially today because we'll be working with balance. Our first pose is called mountain pose. So when you think of a mountain, what do you think of? Strong and steady and immovable, even amidst all of the storms of the world. So to bring ourselves into mountain pose, I invite you to take your feet about hip distance apart. Your feet are pointing forward. All four corners of your feet come in contact with the floor so you're not rolling out or rolling in. The shoulders, let's roll the shoulders up and back and down just to set our posture dignified. And your arms are loose at your side and your thumbs are pointing forward so your hands are not palm forward or palm back. It's a neutral position. Thumbs are facing forward. Your knees are just a little bit soft, not locked. You know, we can carry that tension because we're coming into a yoga practice, something today that might be new for you, and your body is already holding some tension of, will I be able to do this? No worries, you will, step by step. So here we are in mountain pose. Just check for a moment. How steady do you feel in this pose? It's possible that there might even be a little wobbling for you as you attempt to stand tall and straight. But that's what these balance poses will help us to work on. There's something in the body, and I invite you to hold on to your chair. There's something in your body called proprioception, which is the sense that helps us balance. It tells us where our body is in space. To demonstrate that, just take your body a little bit over to the side. And even if you weren't looking at yourself in a mirror, your body senses that it's moved a little bit off to the side, a little bit off balance, but you're holding on to the chair. Now, only if it feels comfortable, what might it feel like to briefly let go of the chair? Does that feel okay? It's your sense of balance that's holding you steady. It knows how far you can go before you lose control and actually tumble. So let's try that to the other side. Holding on, knees are a little bit soft, and just leaning into your chair, however much feels comfortable. And if it feels all right, I invite you to release your hand from the chair, just standing, noticing that your body knows how to balance. Maybe you notice that you are putting more weight onto the outside of this foot to keep you strong, and coming back up. Now for this, I absolutely ask you to hold on to your chair because we're going to close our eyes. Part of balance is not only in our inner ear, and maybe you remember that from high school biology, the sense of balance in the inner ear, but it's also in our sight. So when we take away the ability to see, how does that challenge your balance? So holding on to the chair for support, gently close your eyes. And I know now you can't see me, so just listen. As you did before, very slowly lean away from your chair. just as much as feels comfortable, not too much. And if it feels like you're in a steady position, just for a moment, play with the hand that's on the chair. See what happens if you let go. Does your balance feel steady and strong, or do you need to hold on to the chair? Either one is fine. Now, grabbing onto your chair, eyes are still closed, you're coming up straight and strong to the center, and just notice how that feels. Let's take our mountain to the other side. Eyes are closed, leaning into your chair as much as feels comfortable. Your body, even though you can't see, your body knows that it has leaned to one side. And if it feels comfortable here, play with releasing your hand from the chair, maybe letting it stay off, and notice how your body works to keep you in balance and strong. Hand comes back to the chair, standing up straight, and open your eyes. That's proprioception, keeping your body in balance. So today we're going to challenge our proprioception by shifting our weight back and forth and by purposely trying to balance without both legs. All right, let's just take the shoulders up and back and down. And maybe right here, let's take a nice deep breath in. So arms come out and up as we inhale. And as we exhale, arms float to your side. One more time. Inhale, arms coming up, meeting at the top. And we exhale as they float to the side. Our first practice will be based on the ancient Chinese practice of Tai Chi, which is a moving type of meditation. So for this one, taking the feet a little wider than hip distance apart and having the feet slightly turned out. We're going to think about moving our weight forward and back. So think for a minute, just bend a little bit into this leading knee and come back. Bend into the leading knee and come back. And remember, if this feels like a challenge to your balance, you can hold on to your chair, put your chair wherever you need it so that you feel comfortable. So we are pushing away energy, and let's pull it back in. Pushing away, pulling back, pushing away. Now, as you pull back, can you lift the toes of that leading foot? So you see that? Pushing away, and as you come back, lift those toes. And let's just do that a few more times. And from here, you can place that foot down. Let's circle the sun as we do it. So the arms will just be going around in a circle. And feel the strength of this back leg. Let there be a little softness to the knee because it is helping to keep you strong and supported. So the arms going around in a circle. And what does that look like? As the arms come out and forward, you're leaning in. And as the arms come near the body, you're pulling up your toes, coming back, leaning into this circle of sun, pulling back. Leaning in, pulling back. Once more in this direction, pulling back. Let's try it the other way. So leaning forward, arms come out, making a circle. As you come back, the toes come up, leaning out, coming back. And it's perfectly fine if this feels awkward, if you're not getting the toes to come up. It's just a gentle movement, shifting your weight forward and back. And come to center. Just stand for a moment in your mountain pose and notice, what does your body feel? In mine, I feel that this supporting leg feels as though it's been doing some work. Perhaps you feel that as well. Let's try it to the other side. See if your balance is the same or if it might be slightly different. So again, feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. The toes are slightly turned out. Think about leaning in to this forward knee. Think about this leg being strong and straight, but with a little bit of a bend. So you're leaning, and as you come back, the toes might come up. Remember, you can hold on to your chair or the wall for support. Now let's push the energy out and in. So pushing away and leaning a little bit over the body. That's where you're challenging your balance. And coming back. Leaning in, pulling back. Toes come up if you remember. Leaning in, coming back. What does the breath do? Inhale as you lean forward, exhale as you come back. This is our gentle moving meditation. Feeling the balance of the body, feeling how it holds you. Once more, pushing away and pulling back. Now we'll circle the sun. So remember, as the arms come out and forward, you're leaning in. As your circle returns to you, you lean back, pull up the toes, reaching out, pulling in. The circle is reaching out, pulling in. Once more, that beautiful balance at work for you, pulling in. And let's come into mountain, maybe give it a little shake and see how that feels. Our next balance pose is working with the, imagine if you will, a clock. So we're going to be working with the dial of a clock. So having your chair or the wall, standing in your mountain pose, and our feet are going to simulate the hands of the clock. So we would take let's do this. Let's root down into our feet, into our balance. The strong leg will be the one closest to the chair. So lift the heel of the other leg, bending at the knee, shifting your weight into the strong, steady leg, holding on to the chair. When you feel comfortable here, take this bent leg and point your toe forward, touching as though you were touching 12 o'clock in front of you. You can have your opposite hand out if it helps with your balance. Take your foot to the side to 3 o'clock and back to 6 o'clock. Now, depending on which leg you started with, you might be at 9 o'clock over here. That's okay. Coming back to 3, to 12, and together. Let's try that again. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12, and back. Feel the strength of this standing supporting leg as you shift balance to one side of the body. Let's do that again. And just continue in this pattern, touching down. Now let's add a little bit of a challenge. Play with your hand coming away from the chair, only if it feels comfortable. Keep it nearby, but try that now. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12, together. Again, 12. I can feel it working my balance more. How about you? And together. One more progression if you're going to try this on your own and you have the safety of your chair or your wall. You might try hand holding on without touching your toe to the floor. So 12 o'clock, 3, 6, 3, 12, and together. So we're sweeping more and we're not touching. Oh, and of course, what would the final progression be? Can you try it without holding on to the chair? Let's do our wobbles. All right, so 12, 3, 6. Oh, I'm wobbling all over. 3, 12, and together. Wonderful. All right, let's shake that out. Bring your chair to the other side. And so, depending on where your clock is, it's 12, 3 or 9, and 6. So, holding on and toe will touch. Take notice of your legs a little bit, about hip distance apart. Let's shift our weight to the strong standing leg by lifting the heel of the other foot, bending at the knee, holding on to the chair. Have a very slight bend in your standing supporting leg. And you can have one hand out to the side. So let's begin. Touch your toe at 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, and together. Again. This is your proprioception helping you to move your body in space. Let's do it again. 12, 9, 6, and together. Something else that helps with balance is to focus on what we call in yoga a dristi. It's a spot in front of you that does not move. So when you are practicing this on your own, when you're not looking at me, pick out a spot on the wall in front of you and focus on it as you're doing your balance. So 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, and together. Do you feel like playing with your balance and maybe taking your hand away as you touch down with your toe? 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, together. Once more. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, together. Now holding on, toe does not touch. So it's 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, together. 12, 9, 6, 12, 12, together. And a final progression if you'd like to try. No hands, no toes. Sure, let's give it a try. The chair is right here. If your proprioception tells you you need to grab onto it, always be safe. So strong straight leg, this leg is bent, and all of your balance is being held through your core, down through this straight leg. So no toes, no chair. Here we go. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, together. Let's try that once more. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12, together. Beautiful. Shake that out. Your balance is getting stronger with each movement that you're doing. Now, we've been doing some moving balance poses. This next one and the last one is going to be a stationary balance pose. And you'll notice for yourself which one seems more challenging, which one seems a little bit easier. So this leg closest to the chair is our strong straight leg, holding on to the chair, lifting the heel and bending the knee of the other leg. Your arm can be out. Let's put the arm in what we call cactus pose. I invite you to bring your leg out to the side strong, and just as far as it feels comfortable. Do you feel how we're activating the outer thigh muscles working on the hip? This is a falling star pose. And then you can just play with your balance here, letting go of the chair as it feels comfortable. Remember a slight bend in your strong straight knee so that you're not locking. And if it feels comfortable, taking your hand away and twinkling your fingers so it's a twinkling star. Take a breath, hold for a moment, and coming back. I will tell you that I feel that work here in my strong straight leg. It really does not only work the balance, but the strength of your legs. Let's move the chair to the other side. Falling twinkling star to the other side, holding on. This now, the leg that is closest to the chair, strong straight leg, bending the knee and lifting the heel of the opposite leg. Your arm comes into cactus. Once you feel that steadiness in the strong straight leg, taking this leg out to the side, feeling the activation in this outer thigh muscle. I feel that right away. And then playing with your balance, letting go of the chair little by little. If it feels comfortable, and only if it feels comfortable, holding that hand away and maybe twinkling your star. Take a breath here. Thank your body for how hard it's working to keep you in balance. Holding on to the chair and coming back to mountain. And just take a moment to notice. Notice how your legs have been working. Where did you feel the most steady and strong? Where did you notice that your balance was being challenged and strengthened? Holding on to the chair for a moment so that we can gently close our eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a breath here. Feel how strong your body is. Feel the power of your legs. Feel yourself coming into balance more and more each day. You can open your eyes. Any day that life feels out of balance, you can come back to one of these poses, and then again, by aligning the body with the mind and spirit, bringing the body into balance and life into greater balance as well. We end our practice by bringing our hands to our heart in a prayer position and wishing each other namaste. The light that lives in me honors and recognizes the light that lives in each of you. Wishing you a beautifully balanced day. Thank you.